Lana Scott, welcome back to the Lighthouse, guys. So, this is the last reading to a small series that the angels were wanting to talk about specific people. So this is the Spirit Keeper of the West, somebody from the Western Hemisphere, who's a shapeshifter. They're talking about this person easily is able to I don't want to say change identities, but it feels like no matter what, like it feels like somebody that like has actor abilities. It feels like this person travels, but they come from the West and they're very intuitive, but they are able to easily shift into whatever is needed at the time. Like if there's a situation where it's talking about being more compassionate, they're more compassionate. If they're having to put up stern boundaries, they're putting up stern boundaries. If they're having to do whatever the situation is, maybe there comes some kind of a speaker or an actor, or I do feel like they travel, and they're just it comes very easily for them. But they're I'm hearing helper of some kind. I'm not really sure. And then tribal spirit dancer. And this is talking about remembering to go out and laugh and fun and play. Have fun and play. And don't do what everybody's expecting you to. So maybe this is somebody that's going against the grain. Maybe their family's a certain way, and they've always been told, well, we just do it this way, and they don't want to be that like that. They don't want to live the kind of life that their forefathers, that their family, parents, they're the black sheep of the family, so to speak. Okay, and I'm picking up masculine energy on this, but it doesn't have to be a guy. Okay, it could be it could be a feminine that's very in charge of her energy and how she feels, thinks, and acts. So take that how that comes in for you. So then I was pulling the runes, and on the first one I got, you're on your personal journey, okay? Because this brings you happiness. You're also very successful at it, and you have wholeness. And I feel like you run into your path of destiny. Now, when I pulled this rune, it can mean breakthrough on the process of self-change. It can mean your path of destiny. But I was also hearing like an hourglass, sands of change or sands of time. Okay, so I don't know quite what that means. I do know further down in the message I get jumping timelines. So it feels like, I don't know, maybe this this definitely feels like somebody that does some kind of traveling on occasion, goes to different places, does different things. But it also feels, again, like I said, a little bit of a black sheep energy. Then I got Ewaz and I got Ewaz and Ewaz. And this is movement, and this is shaking up things as you move along, okay? You're listening to your ancestors, your spirit guides. You're also listening to your own intuition. You take your own counsel very seriously, going from the microchism to the macrochism. This is somebody that can shift and change very quickly. Maybe the work that you do revolves you to drop what you're doing and run at a moment's notice, okay? Like an actor would do, where they suddenly call you for a part and you have to drop what you're doing at home to go do your acting. Or you have to drop what you're doing to go with the group you're with, because you're needed to go somewhere else. Okay, this is a person that travels a lot. Okay, and then I asked specifically, I said, well, what does this person have control of this? Because anytime you have a job where you have to constantly jump through hoops because of the job itself, sometimes you feel like, some people may feel like they have no control over how their life is going. So that's why I stopped at this point and I asked, well, how would they have any kind of control, or what would help them, and what's helpful to them? And when I picked up Spirit of Destiny or Spiritual Warrior, the first thing I heard was jumping timelines. So maybe you actually literally jump timelines, like time zones. Go from ones, like maybe you're on the West Coast and you suddenly get called to the East Coast to go to work. Or maybe you're in the Western Hemisphere and you suddenly get called to go to the Eastern Hemisphere. You have to hop a plane. So you literally jump timelines, time zones. Okay, but I hear that there's also a lot of flow in your life. And you end up going through some kind of a portal during one of these jumps from one place to another. Okay, and it changes your whole path of destiny. in some sort of way, okay? Or makes you realize some things that are important for you, okay? Let me see what else I get here. You have a lot of gifts and partnerships with other people on the other side of this portal of some sort. But you get to choose. You get to choose yes or no. You get to choose which people you'll work with, which ones you won't. So you have some control in this. However it is that this works out for you, or you're already doing it. Okay? And sometimes it may actually create chaos. But whatever way, you always intuitively know how to make it work out for you. Okay? Take that how it comes in for you guys. And then I have... Okay, this is the ancestral rune. And it's also about shedding skins. But I heard a shed. Something about a shed. So is there... Again, this feels like they're talking about the shapeshifter energy itself, but maybe shed is in something of your title or something. I'm actually literally seeing a shed, a metal shed. I don't know what that means, but I mean, guys, you know, I do sometimes scries, I do my runes, and I'm just hearing a shed or a shedding. So maybe somehow on your path of destiny, as you move into the future, you start having more control over when you want to jump and how you want to jump. Something opens up for you. Okay, that's the next rune that we've got, where you would now have more control over where maybe you rise up in stature somehow, or status, or maybe you end up with your own group, become a team leader of some sort, and then you have a lot more choices because a door opened, and then you have new birth. Yeah, so your whole destiny changes, or how things come in for you suddenly changes because you go through a portal of some sort. Guys, that's really cool. That is really, really, really cool. So this person is... this is something that's coming or going to be going into... They're also saying this appears a confirmation for someone. And this is down here, they're saying where you have more control is answering a question. Somebody has a question about going into their future. And this is going to... Something in the answers that I'm getting right now, or what I'm hearing, is going to solve some kind of clarity or give you some kind of clarity or peace of mind about what you're doing. It's telling you you're doing the right thing. And then we got rewards for efforts. So, you're definitely going to like the future a lot better than you like right now. I guess you're working your way up. But at some point in the future, because of the way you do things, it's going to give you a lot of strength, a lot of power. You're going to be in control of what you decide to do and not do, whereas you're not quite right there yet. Okay? So keep on going, they're saying. So this is meant to give you stress-free mind. Okay? That's exactly what I'm hearing in my head, guys. Stress-free mind. Okay? And just realize it might take you a little while to sit and absorb all that when these new changes start coming in. You might actually have to stop for a while and go, okay, I have several opportunities here. Which one do I intuitively feel is going to be the best one for me? So you might actually get several options, they're saying, where you're going to have to stop and say, well, what is it? What is it I want to do here? Or what is it that's going to be the best use of my abilities? And it may not be the thing you think it is, I'm hearing. I'm hearing you may have several choices and you think one of them is going to be the right one. But when you delve deeper and you go below and you take the time to actually think about it during this stop period, you're going to realize one of them that doesn't sound as good is actually going to be the better choice. Okay? So take that how that comes in for you. Okay? So you have a choice in this and it's not what you think it's going to be. But on the other side of the choice, you're going to be much, much happier because it's going to give you more freedom, I'm hearing. Take that how that resonates. I don't know if there's another... I think that may be the end of the message. Yeah, I rolled them 3 times, guys. I didn't get nothing. So, you're going to be much happier not taking the obvious choice. Okay? That's what they're telling me. So, when it comes to this, when you have more control, okay, of this destiny for you, don't take the first obvious choice. Give it some thought. Take the time to actually literally stop. Go inside. Look at all your options. Okay, because the choice that's the least obvious one to take, like one of them is going to sound really good, and you're going to want to take it, and then something inside you is going to say, well, no, wait, what are the other 2 options? And when you look at them and sleep on them for a couple of days, you're going to realize the one that's not the obvious choice is going to work out better for you. You're going to get more out of it because of what you need. Does that make sense? So this is definitely a message for someone that's seeing all this going on in their life, and in the near future, this is going to answer the questions for you. Whatever here in this part resonates for you. Okay? take that how that resonates, guys. So let me see what else do you want me to tell them? Let's get a couple of messages of the Cosmic Oracle cards. So this is definitely somebody who travels a lot and is going to, in the future, have more choices. And just to let y'all know, when I pulled these cards, the Tribal Spirit Dancer fell out with the Shapeshifter. The other ones, the South and the all the other ones, they came out with a different, they just came out with 2. This one came out with 3. So this feels like this is almost a making your dreams come true card. Okay? So just take that however it comes in for you. What else do you want to tell them about this? Okay, so on the bottom, we've got be authentic. Anything else is just exhausting. So this feels like in the future that this is why you end up picking the choice that you do. That's not the obvious one, because there may be something that, even though it sounds like more money or a better situation, there's something to do that's not going to be authentic about it, or you're not going to feel like it's authentic to you. Okay, so clear your mental and physical clutter. You'll feel so much better. So this is going to stress you out a little bit, but when you pick the right choice, I feel like that's when you're going to know that being the most authentic is what's going to be the most true for you, and the reason why the first option is not going to you know what I mean? That's not going to be best for you. Never forget how resilient you are. You will always bounce back. So you realize at some point when you're making this choice that there's a reason and a purpose for you taking the one that's not the obvious. It's the road less traveled. The road less traveled. Stop caring about what they think. This is your life to love and live. So that's why the second choice is going to be, and this is where that black sheep energy comes in again, guys. So maybe you even, that first choice, maybe you even have family members and other people telling you that no, take the one that makes the extra $100,000 a year. But when you look at the second one, you said you either feel like you'll get more out of it, or you'll learn more out of it, or it's more spiritual for you, or it's more what will make you happy, because it'll be more you, it'll be more authentically you than the first choice that makes all the money. Money's not everything. You have the power. Guys, I got this in the last one, and I shuffled the crap out of these cards. You have the power to create the life you love. Remember that. So this has something to do with how you feel internally, what you love, how resilient you are, and you're willing to wait a little bit longer or to take the road less traveled, because that's going to be what makes you the happiest and makes you feel the most authentic. That's where you're going to feel like you're giving your all and where you're deserving of everything that comes your way. Life can be hard and can be wonderful. Which will you focus on? So there might be actually a lot more work to the one that has more money to it, or even the second one might even be harder, but it will bring you more joy. Okay, this is going to be a heart-based decision, I'm feeling. Heart-based decision, okay? The last card, guys. Take responsibility for your choices. This is your life to live. Own it. So, again, I feel like this is heart-based and authentic, that you're going to... it's just going to be the road less traveled is going to be the one that's going to make you the happiest. That's where I feel like this tribal spirit dancer energy comes in. Okay? So, this is definitely for somebody... okay, I don't feel like I'm done. What else? Let's use this other deck that I haven't used yet. Let me give you a little more advice. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides of this shapeshifter. What will also help guide them to making the right decision for themselves, or to to hold on to what they're doing and to take that leap of faith, or whatever it is. What else would you like to tell them? To tell them? What else would you like to tell them? Alright guys, I'm going to cut it once. Alright. On the bottom is a child's love. Love between parent and child is one of the most precious and deep connections we make during our time on earth. Children start out as part of us, and from their first cries they establish themselves as the bigger part of our hearts. So again, this may feel like something to do with children, or just the something in your background maybe. Dream talk. Your subconscious constantly and subtly speaks through your dreams. It's just one of the many ways in which your soul and those here in the spirit world can reach out and communicate with you through signs, symbols, messages, and more. So you may have a spirit guide actually helping you. They may be the one that's standing on your shoulder telling you that to look more at the 3 choices or the 2 choices or whatever, however many choices it is that you get presented in the future. Okay? Ground yourself. Being distracted, unfocused, tired, irritated, and impatient are all signs that you're ungrounded. Now's the time to become grounded and allow Spirit to help you ground yourself and connect with the divine source. So again, this is feeling like as you go into the future, after you come through this portal thing, that you just really need to stop and take the time to look at these choices, because the obvious one is just not going to be the one to take. I feel like the other choice that you've got to make, it's just going to be the wisest thing you can do for yourself. Okay? All right, guys. Let's see, is there anything else? I feel like that's it. So anyway, so I think that's it, guys. So this is the Spirit Keeper of the West with the Shapeshifter and the Tribal Spirit Dancer. You are definitely the black sheep of the family, or you're the one that makes choices differently than the way people have in your life, in your family. Okay? And you need to trust your heart. No one can live your life but you. Lighthouse.